Ladies and gentlemen, you've missed us. We've missed you. We're back. And we're here today with another Broken Heads adventure, this time tackling the drama film movies of the 80s, our top 10 drama movies. Now, for me, this is a very weak list. I understand Josh has not missed a beat. So we want to kind of jump right in unless Josh has anything he wants to share before we get to our list.
I'm excited to go over my top 10 80s list of dramas.
Oh.
Well, all this does is emphasizes Adam's lack of drama education and movie prowess. We know he's down with comedy. We know he's down with horror, and action and
yep.
movies, as you've heard, and but I've got my list, and I've got an honorable mention list, and poor Adam couldn't even come up with 6.
That's it, guys. And you know what? I have a feeling I'm not alone out there. I think there's some other people that will agree with me. Let's keep it real.
So as I said, I would say the majority of people who watch this are from my side of the house. And I'm willing to speak from my side of the house that they are well versed in dramas from the 80s.
I can't
know the majority of what I'm talking about.
Okay, well, I'm gonna drill down a little bit on your list. I'm not taking.
I would love you to.
Title. I'm not taking titles for face value on
That's
this
fine.
One, Don't
that
you dare.
Is fine.
Don't you dare pull a fast one on me.
Oh, you won't have any fast ones. Don't you worry about it, kid. And I think I'm just gonna let you ahead and start, since again you've only got 6. You couldn't even complete a list of 10. You couldn't even go. I don't know. I guess so. Here, and I guess this is where it kind of handicaps you. Obviously, the lists on the movies on a list, we've had to have seen them. So it's not like, okay, well, we'll just go make up a list and, oh wait, I found this list here. Like, we had to have seen these movies, and we need to be able to speak to them. So the one caveat I will say to this week's list adventures, typically we have been very strict on entering the movie, and it has to be the first category you see. What we did find is that there were a lot of crime/dramas or something/drama. So what we did on this week's list is, as long as drama is in one of those 2 categories, first or second, then it does qualify as a drama.
And to add on, the reason we're doing this is because the crime or adventure, we're not covering those lists. So that's why, again, we're lumping it into the drama as the second part of that genre classification.
That's right.
For all the people that relate to me, that's how I would explain it.
So. All like 1 or 2.
All right, pal. I know we're going to have a couple on this list, and you've already hinted to one already with your crime drama. I'm already onto your game. Okay, let me hit you with my first one. It's probably on your list. In fact, I'm going to tell you the ones that I think are on my list. And
just do one at a time.
That's all I want to do. You do the same. Stand By Me.
That is on my list.
Of course it is.
Yes. Okay, so what?
You had to look.
Let's talk about it.
I mean,
I have to look because, again, I've got my 10 and I've got an honorable mention. So let's not forget that.
Okay.
You wild little wombat.
You little moose. Yes,
little moose.
Stand By Me. I mean, it really goes without saying. It's a childhood adventure drama movie, with
coming of age.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean.
And did you know this is a Stephen King short story? Did you know that?
I didn't.
Yeah. This is credited to Stephen King in one of his short stories. Very good. Acted very well. River Phoenix, obviously long before he passed away, but Jerry O'Connell, before he had lost a lot of weight,
married Rebecca Romaine Stamos.
Indeed. Richard Dreyfuss was the narrator. And was Richard Dreyfuss, did you see him at all in this? Was he, I know because he stopped and talked. Did we see Richard Dreyfuss in the car a little bit?
I think at the end he was the father, right?
Well, he pulled over and he's like in the car thinking about it, what had happened. I think he had the news clip of his buddy who had been stabbed. River Phoenix's character.
Well, yeah, he was writing the story at the end in his house. Wasn't that?
Yeah, well, there was a point where he was in his car and he had, because the paper was next to him, and that's where he kind of started. So maybe he started there and then he moved off and ended the house. But yeah, so he was in this. But
okay, well, I want to know who decided to cast Lardass for this film. He really was the highlight of the movie. I mean, that scene was probably, made the movie more because it really took away from the normal sort of gloomy, depressing, like adventure / all the crap that they were going through throughout the movie. And then Lardass comes in, and everybody's having fun and throwing up on everyone. I thought it was a great scene.
Do you recall what Lard used to make himself sick?
He had an egg, and I believe he was drinking castor oil or some
That's
shit.
right.
It's
Yes,
fucking
raw
disgusting.
eggs and castor oil.
Oh my god, that's enough to make me throw up without even doing that. Just thinking about it.
Lard,
Then he was
lard,
like this.
lard.
He like
Right.
did that
Well,
big
and he did the egg thing. He's like, like so. Yeah, it was definitely a funny scene. It was a little comedic light, obviously on their way to find and see a dead body, which
yes,
was a difficult scene.
and I gotta say, as a kid, I was a little emotional. It was a little emotional. I don't know for
Yeah.
you, but that was pretty intense. They did it really
Well,
well.
yeah, because I think it did a good job at showing the bond between young friends, right? And they all had their things going on. Obviously, they all had their own problems and issues, but at the end, it showed a group of these 4 friends, and then it showed the tight bond between the two, the main character and his buddy, who ended up, dying down the road. But yeah, it's very good. It was emotional. It was an emotional movie.
Yeah, great movie.
Plus his brother died and all that too. So yeah. Okay, so yes, Stand By Me off the list.
Cross it off. I'll get ready to cross off one of mine. Go ahead.
The Breakfast Club.
Let me cross that off right now. And it's just, this is a great example of,
Categories gone awry.
exactly, like we're trusting our faith in Google for everything.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I get it. Like, it is drama, but I'd say everyone that watched it, I swear in the past,
comedy.
I would consider that a comedy.
Yeah, this is a comedy all the way. I mean, listen, you got, they're all going through their issues, and it's a teen, whatever, which is also another subcategory. But yeah, this is a comedy from beginning to end. There were some difficult moments during it, but no, I laughed my ass off during this movie.
I mean, it's not like they were cracking jokes, but there was subtle humor. Excuse me, sir, that's 6. Shut up, Pee-wee. Like that's funny. But it's not like comedic.
Yo,
you know what I mean?
Wake up.
Yeah. There's so many scenes where he's like, this ain't no rest home. Andrew Clark, front and center.
Right. This very man will know that you raid his wardrobe.
Exactly. There's so many funny lines.
Yeah.
But yet it's a drama.
Right. Yeah. Doesn't make sense. But it is, so it sits on this list. It is what it is.
Absolute time.
All right, pal, go ahead. What do you got?
I know that Trump's coming to America for you, I believe.
It does Trump Coming to America, yes. But obviously not a comedy, because
that's right.
Coming to America is listed as a comedy.
That's right. Now we're going to switch up the cast a little bit, and we're going to go to a different film, not genre, film. Lean on Me.
Okay.
When you're not strong, when you need
I'll
a chance.
Be the one to help you carry on. Yes, very good. It was a good movie. It was a good
Morgan
movie.
Freeman.
Yep.
I mean, very good. He's a very good actor, obviously. I mean, it's a great story. When you're a kid and there's a kid movie, it's in school. There's, different emotions going on. You can identify pretty easy. And Lean on Me was always good. I'll be honest, I struggle with this category. It's not like I'm watching Lean on Me every couple of years. However, from like back being a kid, it was definitely a great movie. I watched it quite a few times.
East Side High.
I mean, remember it was scary when those like drug dealers and shit were like fucking up the school. And
I think Joe Clark, whom Morgan Freeman played, I think he just passed away recently.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You know more than I do. All right. Well, Lean on Me coming in hot and heavy at number 2. I know that's not even on your honorable mention.
It's not. No,
I didn't think so. We already know the reason why. I won't bring it up, but go ahead.
All right.
What is your next choice?
Over the top with one of my favorite movies of all time, Robin Williams, Oh Captain, My Captain, Dead Poet Society. And I can say Oh Captain, My Captain, and you don't know what I'm talking about. You're just gonna sit there. You're gonna sit there and just try to be funny.
Are you referring to? Yeah,
don't just guess.
I never saw the movie, so no, I
know you didn't. Yeah, I know you did.
One of your favorite movies of all time.
Absolutely. Just watched it with my son the other night.
All right, fine. I'll give it to you as long as you're telling the truth.
Please. This was This is a really good movie, and I would suggest maybe check it out.
Oh no.
I don't know. Okay. Well, whatever.
I tell you,
Dead,
what we're gonna
Dead
do.
Poet Society.
We're gonna force each other to watch one of our movies at some point.
Yeah, I
Like
agree.
the old days, like we used to watch
Yes,
movies.
we used to go into a room, just watch instead of working. We just watch a movie.
That was fun.
I don't,
do it
and the
very
best
often.
the best time to do it when it was a rainy, drizzly day outside and it was gray outside and we're in a room watching a movie or watching Three Stooges. Yeah, I remember those days.
That was fun.
Coming to an end, my friend. Coming to an end.
It is coming to a theater near you.
That's right.
All right.
Okay, what do you got?
We're gonna go with another tried and true classic. I know it's on your list, The Karate Kid.
It is not on my list.
You are a piece of shit. That's not on your honorable mention.
Oh,
You're insane. There's something wrong with you.
well,
Everyone,
I think when you hear my
shame
list,
him.
when you hear my list, I think you'll understand why.
It's The Karate Kid. Are you?
All right,
kidding
listen,
me?
it's a very good movie, but it's not. It doesn't beat anything that I've got.
Not even honorable mention though.
It might have made honorable mention. Yeah, it might have made it.
Oh my god! I can't wait to hear what trumped Karate Kid as a drama.
I've already told you
I
the
will
movies
say
that have already trumped it.
I mean, there is action in here, but I could see it being more of a drama overall.
I mean, yeah, you do really with all the
Kind of. There was far and few between outside of like the final match, with all the fighting.
but all the
it
training
wasn't
and
hardcore.
the beach scenes and
I'd say
making
part
love
two
when he
almost.
actually made love to Mr. Miyagi for the first time. That was a pretty emotional scene.
Speaking of which, did you ever watch that Commando dub I sent you? You didn't, did you?
Yes, I did.
Oh, that was funny, man. I was.
It's okay. It was all right. It was all right.
Really?
And then it wasn't going. He was like, he was doing the Jason sound. He was walking.
Yes.
Yeah, at the beginning. Yeah, I did.
I kept it going. It got better. The beginning was okay. There was more dialogue as it kept going. It was pretty funny. Like at the airport scene and shit when they were.
Did that make your list? Your dubbed friggin' commando scene?
I'll add that over the actual movie. All right.
All right.
So Karate Kid, that's Jesus Christ. It's a timeless movie for me. I've seen it countless times. The whole franchise is excellent. But
hold on.
after
Slow down the
part
whole
three ends,
franchise.
that's it.
And it's also just the Ralph Macchio
Yes.
franchise. It's not the friggin' what's her name, and then the little
Of course not.
Jaden Smith, what are the two other ones? Just
the
Ralph
first
Macchio.
three.
And really, it's really, I mean, 1 and 2. Which one is the bonsai tree? Is that 3 or is that 2?
3.
Was there 4?
I mean, not with Danny.
Oh, Ralph Macchio is just 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, they're good.
Whatever.
They're good.
Okay. Moving right along. What do you got for your next one?
Yeah. So, I mean, I really hope you've seen this. Like, I really hope. I'm thinking of this now. Like, if you haven't seen this movie, like, I will look at you differently.
I like it. I like that. I don't meet your standards. I do.
Well, this is a classic. I mean, when you say this title, people are, oh yeah, I've seen that 5 or 6 times.
Oh shit. Well, maybe I have. All right.
I'm hoping you have. This was a remake of the first movie that was made back in the 30s, I think it was.
Well, then I think I know
but Al Pacino.
Yeah, I know where you're going.
Scarface.
Of course, it's on my top 10. Are you kidding me?
Ah, good. Well, I'm glad you've seen it at least.
I'm glad I've seen it. You know how many times I've seen that movie? You know how many times that's been sampled in hip hop as well? I mean, like, it's still being sampled to this day.
What gets sampled? The music or just the dialogue out of it? What?
The music, the dialogue, not the music, the dialogue and like the pictures of like clips of the movie. For like album covers and shit. They're still doing that.
Well, because it's an epic movie,
Of course,
so,
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's timeless. It's I mean, if you didn't know Al Pacino, you'd think he was actually fucking, Spanish or whatever.
He friggin' played that. So say good night to the bad guy. Fucking great movie. Great movie. Like a lot of shitload of one-liners, like you said. Is this who is this? Brian De Palma. Yeah, I'm friggin' the chainsaw scene, the way the camera moves from inside the motel room, and then kind of moves back outside to where his partner's flirting with a girl in the car, and you kind of you hear things, and then you lose it outside, and then it goes back in again. Dude, fucking great movie. People, I'm sure you've seen this. If not, you've got to see Scarface.
Hello, Marta.
Your woman's polluted.
Yeah, that scene was great. Then he gets him out on the street because he gets free.
Oh yeah, just right in front of it. Like, I don't fucking care. Like, bam, goodbye.
He fucking blasts him away.
Killing the cop. Shut a cop.
Yeah. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Yeah, great movie.
Great movie.
All right, pal.
It's on my
What you
list.
got?
I'm gonna top off with my final pick for the top 10.
So sad.
We're gonna go with the classic "Do the Right Thing" with Spike Lee.
That's a good movie, and you know what? That is it should have been on my honorable mention list. Good call.
Oh, finally, we agree. I mean, we always said action would be the only ones we agree with. If we have a slight agreement here with drama, we've got roughly 3 on the list so far. Which would probably, I guess that'll be it. But that's not bad. Considering I only got 6.
Yeah, right.
That's not bad. All right, I'm done. Hey.
You're done, huh? All right, folks. Hope you enjoyed our show. There's Adam's top 6 list.
Top 6.
Oh God.
All right. I could probably log off, and you could just finish the rest of this by yourself.
Maybe you ought to, because that way you don't have our listeners listen to you spew BS, and you try to like catch me on something here, or you try to make fun of a movie you haven't seen. But let's go ahead with this anyways, folks. So next on my list. Again, this is in no particular order. This is one that I've been telling my pal to watch for months.
Oh, geez. This is a drama?
Our good pal, this is crime/drama. And our good pal can certainly do it with her. So why don't you start watching Once Upon a Time in America?
So this makes your top 10.
Absolutely.
Wow. All right.
Yep.
I mean, I'm definitely going to watch this. There's no question about it. It's just a matter of when. That's all.
Just a matter, huh?
I'm definitely
Once Upon a Time in America ensemble cast. You've got all the mob people you want. You've got, you've got James Woods. You've got.
He's in it too.
What's that? Yes, I'm telling you, it's everybody, and they're Jewish mafia.
Yeah, I remember.
I mean, so it's just everything. It was done. It was done beautifully. The music was great. The plot was excellent. It was just, and I love it because it really took place over, I think, 5 or 6 decades. Where it starts with him growing up on the streets of New York in the late teens, early 20s, and they kind of rise to prominence, and the shit goes on. But yeah, fucking great movie. Once Upon a Time in America.
I'm definitely, it's definitely on the list. There's no question.
And good. Well,
all right, keep it moving, because I got nothing.
Yeah, exactly. You've got nothing, which means you're gonna sit there and just sit there and quiet down. Next on my list. Martin Scorsese, 1980. Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci. Raging Bull, one of the best boxing movies out there. Done in black and white. This is a hell of a movie. And once again, my partner, who claims to be, a fan of these particular people, I'm sure I'm willing to take money out and bet right now he has not seen this movie.
That is correct.
It is correct.
I've had chances to watch it. I just was like,
I get it. I'm sure it's difficult for you.
I remember that. Like, I've seen the cover and all that, and trust me, I just never saw it. So I'm familiar with it, but I knew it was a boxing movie. I just never saw it. I don't even know if I ever will.
Yeah, you're kind of the person where, like, if you haven't seen it by now, unless you're forced to.
Yeah, aren't you?
I don't know if you will.
Are you like that as well, or are you different?
If I'm told, hey, listen, you really need to see this movie, like, this is like something you have to see. Like, shit, what was there was the movie, oh fuck, with the fuck was his name? Gene Hackman. Famous cop movie. Oh God, it's gonna kill it. French Connection. So that was what I hadn't seen. 1971. And I actually went back. Yeah, he played Popeye Doyle, and Roy Scheider was in that. But that's a movie I heard good things about. that I went back and watched and was better for it. It was a great movie.
Wow, you are a movie buff. You could
Well,
probably
again-
been Siskel and Locke, huh?
Right.
That could have been you and
That and Mike TV, Josh TV, you know.
Yep.
So,
All right.
anyways, all right. Next on the list, 1982, Meryl Streep. This one was, you know what? This was actually on my honorable mention list, so I'm going to shift that in a second because my list is correct. Sorry, I got you all going on that one.
Look at you, all organized.
That is, I am. Well, the problem is that I had a list and I've got back and forth on it, so I'm going to go right with The Right Stuff.
I never even heard of that. Who's in that?
The Right Stuff.
Don't
got
you
a
dare
bunch of
look
people.
at the screen. Don't you
I'm
dare
going to,
look it
because
up.
1983 movie. You
You-
got a shit ton of people. You got
You're looking in the. You're looking. You should know off the top of your head. It's in your top 10.
Ed Harris is in it. Chuck Yeager's in it.
Oh
Scott
my
Glenn. This
God.
is about the space program back when it was like legit. This was the music was great on this thing.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Absolutely great movie.
I think
Check
we
it out. It's a
have
long movie, which I know right away
Yes,
will
I'm
preclude you
out.
from watching it.
I'm
You're
out.
like, I'm out. I don't know how
And
long this
also,
movie
ladies and
is.
gentlemen, for a top 10 movie, Josh had to look to see who was in it. I question.
Well, here,
this
because the thing is,
title.
I've got 14 movies on my top 10 list. Now, I don't write down who's in them. I
Give me
just wrote
one
them down.
character. You should know
What's
the
that?
main. You should know the main actor in every one of these top 10 movies. At least
Okay.
one. You looked on the screen. You're like, oh, who's in it? Oh yeah.
I don't
yeah,
care. Listen, I've
don't
seen
like
it.
that.
This is a great movie.
yeah.
This is a great movie.
I hope we get some feedback from our.
Yeah, please do, because I'm
fans.
sure they're gonna be like, Adam, you need to watch more movies because your 6 was really kind of pathetic. Next
did-
up, Richard
Go ahead.
Gere, An Officer and a Gentleman. I got no place to go.
Never saw it. Is it
Never
good?
saw. I know. Like I said, I'm sure everyone I speak of here, you have never seen.
This drama is right up your alley, isn't it?
Not
It is.
necessarily,
Really?
but
feel
good
like you-
good movies, well acted, well directed movies are right up my alley, and they should be up yours too.
Well,
Like
that's
Nomadland, for instance.
I wonder why you have so many in drama, because those are the types of movies that fit the bill. What you just said.
These are
Typically,
dramas. Like
those are the ones
Officer
that win
Gentleman is
awards.
drama. Like, what's that?
those are the ones that win awards.
And they win awards for reasons, because they're directed well, they're written well, they're acted well, they're produced well, the screenplay's beautiful, the
Oh my God,
cinematography is nice. All the nuances that go into making a great movie.
I mean, the dolly grips are good in those movies.
They certainly are.
The caterers, even
best
they always
boys.
get the best caterers for dramas.
That's right.
All
That is right.
right, go ahead. What do we got next? What other movie have I not seen?
All right, here's another one you haven't seen. And that is done in 1980, right on the cusp. This was a difficult film. This was a sad film. Tim Hutton, a young Tim Hutton, played in this. This was Ordinary People. Donald Sutherland's the father with, I forget the mother. Might have been Mary Tyler Moore. But Timothy Hutton and his brother go out, they're out in the ocean or sailing, and his brother ends up drowning. And it basically shows a family basically just ripped apart by the death of one of their children. And obviously Timothy Hutton was there. He tried to save him and stuff. And so this is a difficult film, but it's done well. And
Depressing.
it is depressing, but the thing is about dramas is that they're gonna not always be depressing, but I mean a lot of their shit can be depressing.
That's true.
So it can be difficult.
All right, what's
can
it
be
called?
difficult.
What's the name of the movie?
Ordinary People.
Oh, all right. No, I never heard of that. Yeah.
All right, I'll go with the lighthearted one. This one again, I know you haven't seen, but it's worth checking out, and that's Rain Man. Dustin
I've seen
Hoffman,
Rain- I've
Tom
seen Rain
Cruise.
Man.
You've
Come on.
seen Rain Man.
Yes, I have.
Well. Look
dare
at
you.
that.
I
And it
did
didn't
like
make
Rain
your,
Man.
It didn't make your top. It didn't make your top 6, huh?
Let me tell you why. Like I
Because you
last
forgot.
last time I seen Rain Man was like 1988 or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a good movie. It just it never grew with me over the years.
Well, I don't think dramas grow with you.
Well, that's the thing. That's why I don't have 10. Like, because I'm looking at like, all right, can I watch that right now? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I probably could watch it right now just because it's been so long. But it's not like
Yeah.
every 5 years I'm watching Rain Man like I am with, it's like Breakfast Club or whatever, some of these other ones. So that,
Yep.
but it was a good movie. I agree.
Oh
It was
yeah.
good.
Yes,
And I know,
indeed.
wait, and
Okay.
I believe you do a Rain Man impression. Am I wrong?
I don't do a Rain Man impression. Nothing that's good, anyways.
I thought you did one. I thought it was pretty good.
No, sorry.
Okay. All right.
That must be another best pal of yours.
Sorry. My bad.
Who was
All
that?
right. I was just trying to do another impression of
Okay.
God knows who.
All right, next up. Here's a quick one right down the pipe for you. This one I think you've seen, but I don't think you knew it belonged where it is. But anyways, let's Say Anything.
Never saw it.
You never saw Say Anything, John Cusack?
I know
Really?
you love this one. Yep. I know.
Yeah,
This
I
is
mean,
the one
this
with the
is-
radio.
Yeah, it's holding it up.
Boombox.
In
I love
your
you.
eyes, the light, the heat in your eyes. I am complete in your. It's Peter Gabriel, by the way. No, I love Peter Gabriel. But yes,
He's good.
Say
Yeah,
Anything.
I never saw this because you know why?
Why
Because
did you
it
never
looked
see
like
this?
a drama, and I'm like, I got no interest in
The
this.
guy and a girl, and no one's killing anybody, no one's shooting anybody. Ugh.
Nobody's
Blech.
laughing. Nobody's laughing
Ugh.
at anybody.
I don't want that. Yeah.
No better
if you're not
off dead.
if you're not making fun of the person or killing them or shooting them, you're not worth my time.
Well, whatever. I mean, yeah, I seen it back in the day. Like I'm saying, like the movie itself, the cover. When I was like, no thanks.
Okay.
I know you bought this up before, so I know you like it. I know.
And my last
top
my
10.
number. No, this is 10, and I've got a couple of honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Is 1980. What is this? 1982, and Meryl Streep, Kevin Kline, Sophie's Choice.
Wow, you bought that one up before too.
Sophie's Choice.
This
is a difficult. This is a difficult
one.
movie.
Drama.
What?
Another drama. Sorry. Yeah.
Meryl Streep plays a Holocaust survivor who kind of has to go back, and she's remembering that she went through. She actually had to choose which of her children to let be murdered. That's her choice.
No,
during the Holocaust. Can you imagine?
No, I couldn't.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I didn't see this. But I
again, there's no guns or laughing or
No.
So
thanks.
I can understand why you didn't see that.
Now, does Meryl Streep get naked at all? Because if she does, I might be interested.
I think you might. No, it's nothing major.
All right, I was hoping for some nudity.
Speaking of nudity, I watched Porkies the other night, which I haven't seen in quite some time, which is a very funny comedy. Have you ever seen Porkies?
I have. I never was huge into it at all. But
I watched it and I cringed because it takes place in a small town in Florida and they're rednecks, and it's a very racist movie. Oh yeah, like right from the start, like ugh. So. But anyways, do you know who Kim Cattrall is?
Yes.
Samantha from Sex and the City. She plays she's a gym teacher. She plays Lassie. Do you remember the one who was when he got her up into the room?
I haven't seen that in years.
Yeah. Anyways, I thought that was funny. A little Kim Cattrall making a little. You don't see any nudity though with her. So whatever.
She was saving herself for Sex and the City.
She was. She was coming out. She's coming out hot with Sex and the City.
There's a lot of nudity in those Porkies. That was a heavy nudity comedy.
Yeah, it was. Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Revenge, a la Revenge of the Nerds, almost. In a
almost more so.
Yeah.
You see a lot in this. So okay, so that's my top 10.
Okay.
Behind that, I got a couple of honorable mention. How about this one? This has got an ensemble cast. Ralph Macchio's in this. The Outsiders.
Yeah, I kind of slept on that. I mean, I seen that once. But you know what? It just never. It didn't stay with me. I think I could have gave that another chance.
Yeah, this is a good up and coming if you're younger, and I think they make like junior high kids read this book.
Yeah, I think I had to read it when I
did
was
you?
in school,
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah. So that was a good one. And then behind that, I've got 1983. This is Jack Nicholson, and Deborah Winger. Shirley MacLaine was also in this. This is Terms of Endearment. Very good movie. This was based on a book from the 70s. Again, but these are just classic,
Horrible
Oscar movies. And this has actually got some comedy too. When you got Jack, he does his shit, and it's pretty damn funny.
I'm looking forward to the sci-fi, our final genre. Because at least these movies will be a little bit better for me than drama.
Yeah,
Even though
it's
Breakfast
sad.
Club and some of these in there were great.
Sad day that you couldn't come up with 10 dramas.
I don't even have 10 sci-fi, so I told you these were the last two were gonna be.
Well, so sci-fi, I think we need to merge with sci-fi fantasy.
That's fine.
That's
fine. I gotta remember that because I saw a couple of fantasy dramas, I think, or some shit, some other.
And we'll do the same way. We'll do the same thing. So as long as there's sci-fi or fantasy in the title, we run with it. So hopefully that should open up your pot a little bit, and you come to the table, being given that you've had over a week to come up with this list.
I got 5 right now. Maybe I can find another 5.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you guys step up on things. I'd like to see you come together with a complete assignment, please, because you will be marked as a fail.
Absent or just a fail?
No, you get a fail.
I'm looking forward to the 90s list, though.
The 90s list. You think we're going to make the 90s list? Is this all we're going to be from now on? We're just going to do 90s?
We're going to do every
just decades and movie genres?
We'll go back to the silent movie. What was your favorite top 10 silent movie?
Yeah, right?
I
like Charlie Chaplin, The Tramp. It was just the piano music in the background was great. The writing on the signs was legible. It was bright. I could see what they were saying. I loved it.
Can you imagine? All right, guys, 1920s. This was quite the decade for me. I got to tell you.
How many of those have you seen?
I've seen one silent movie, and it was horrible.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, like my parents wanted me to watch one, and I guess I did. And I was just like, "What?" I was like, "I can't believe there's no talking in this." Like,
were you able to read? Were you able to keep up and read?
I don't even remember. I only think there were subtitles.
Well, they usually had like the boards. They usually had the writing on the boards, and then
I can't even remember. It was like,
and back then people were like illiterate, so that they would stay on the board so you could read it. And it takes like an hour. And people they give so it'd be like I don't know, like a paragraph, and it would stay on that thing for like fucking 3 minutes so people can read. Back in the day, because there just weren't a lot of literate folks.
What's crazy is like you watch Tom and Jerry, you're fine. There's no problem. But you watch a silent movie, you're like, the hell is this?
Right, because there's no words.
I'm not expecting the cat to talk, you know what I mean? But
except for a couple of screams. Yeah. And by the way, growing up, I really loved Tom and Jerry. So that was Tom and Jerry was on a local channel up here called WLBI 56, and we didn't get it where I was from. So it would be one of those things where if I was my grandparents down in Massachusetts, or where somebody else who had, a better antenna. But Tom and Jerry was so funny, man.
I loved it. Still to this day, I actually started watching their new movie, and
I couldn't do that.
Yeah,
but I will say there are a couple of my favorite moments from Tom and Jerry are when they speak. So, do you remember the one where the Jerry goes in white paint, right? And he's this white mouse, and there's a lab mouse that escapes. That if it's like a nuclear mouse and it can explode. Right.
I remember that.
And it just shows up, and and Tom is going after Jerry and all this stuff. And at the end, Tom thinks he has, Jerry, but he's really got the lab mouse. But he's like, oh, it's Jerry with white paint. And he hits him, and the whole place blows up. And then it kind of all the smoke goes away. And then there's Tom sitting there, and he's all black and blue, and he's missing teeth. And he looks at the camera, and it's done in this weird voice. It's like, I wish you could find it, put it in. And he's like, don't you believe it? And it used to scare me the way he said it. Check it out. Look on YouTube. Look up Tom and Jerry, Don't You Believe It? The way he said it used to freak me out. Conversely, Tom and Jerry, there was another one where Tom was playing whatever, and he's like, is you ain't my baby. You remember that one?
Course.
And that one used to make me laugh quite a bit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was great. That was a great one. I mean, I love Tom and Jerry.
Oh yeah,
one of my favorites.
It got a little weird in the 60s. I remember those when the animation changed up, And I remember there was a barbecue scene in the pool, and it was done differently. It wasn't the normal guys, so kind of changed up. So
Really?
I still like it, but it's like 1B when it comes to Tom and Jerry. They like
Shit,
the original
all right.
shit was funny stuff.
And a fun fact, and you might find this hard to believe, but the composer of the music for Tom and Jerry actually did the music first, and they made the cartoon around the music. Don't you
Like the
find that
first
hard to
for the
believe?
first one,
I don't know for how long, but that was the formula. He would
really?
compose the
That's odd.
music, and they would create the scenes around the music instead of the other way around.
Interesting. Yeah,
That's fucking sick because the music was great.
that's
But
the tail wagging the dog.
that's what I mean. That you
Yeah.
wouldn't think that could be possible. And when I remember when I read it, I was like, "What?" I was like, "How could that be?" I was like, "That's amazing!" All right.
How could that be?
Oh my god!
Oh,
Oh my
jeez.
god!
Oh
Well,
my God, that bowling ball. It's my wife. You know what that's from?
no.
Jay
Is that
Giles
it?
Band.
Oh, I was gonna say
Check it
another
out.
80s drama.
They actually no Jay Giles Band. They did in their big album there. They did it's a story, and it's just a talking story, and that is check it out. I think it's called No Sardines, Please.
Really?
Pretty funny. Yeah, it's pretty
Give me
funny.
a lot of shit to check out, pal. I don't know what you think I'm made of over here.
Well, there you go, folks. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm disappointed. I'm sure you are too. Adam couldn't come to the table with a full list, but we expect it to change for sci-fi fantasy the next
so.
week.
Yep.
Speaking of which, how are things looking for today, pal?
Well, it's been a very. It's not gonna happen. It's probably not gonna happen today. I'm shooting for tomorrow.
And this is why I am going. Okay.
Okay, how's One Broth doing? Is he coming on? Is he taking over the duties soon?
No, you don't have to worry. One Broth. One Broth's moved away.
One Broth's moved away.
Yep.
What do you mean?
He's moved. He's now down in Virginia, I think he is.
Where was he before? I didn't even know.
Upstate New York.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
Yes, indeed.
Wow. Moved to Virginia.
Yes. So, well,
Sorry,
okay.
One Broth.
I'm glad to hear
Too
that
far away.
you're on top of things. So, okay.
Yep.
Well, hopefully tomorrow we can, I'm not going to tell people Fridays anymore because obviously we can't commit to that.
Well, you know what? There's just been a little inconsistencies. But that doesn't mean anything's set in stone, right, Josh?
Yeah, certainly doesn't.
No.
Certainly
Until the
doesn't.
next time, everyone, please.
Whatever that will
with us.
be. Who knows if it's next Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever.
Happy day.
We'll throw it the wall and
Monday,
sticks.
Tuesday, happy days.
Thursday, Friday, happy days. Just remember, stay broken, doing all night for you. Yeah.